Welcome to Module 3. This week we'll be talking about analyzing the graphs of quadratics. Okay, a quadratic equation will create a U-shaped graph. In this U-shape is called a parabola. The parabola can go up or it can be pointing down. The domain and range of the quadratic graph consist of, the domain would be all the x values of the graph, and the range would be all the y values. If you look at the first graph, it stops on y is 3. So the range would be y is 3 and all the numbers greater than 3. The domain would be all the x values, because if you look, the parabola is facing from left to right, and it's going on and on and on forever. The same for the second graph. The domain would be all the x values, because it covers all of the x values. It just spans out. The range, it starts at the 2 and is going down. So it'll be y is less than or and equal to 2. So it's going to be 2 and all the way down. Okay, the zeros on a graph is where the graph touches on the x axis. Okay, it's pretty simple. The y would always be equal to 0, and the x will be the number that it touches on. In a parabola, you're going to have 2 zeros because it is that U shape. So there's one side of the U to the other side of the U. Okay, the intercepts on the graph is where the line crosses the x and the y axis. When this happens, like the point for the x-intercept would be like the number for the x and 0, and the y-intercept would be 0, and then whatever the y it hits on the y-axis. Later on, I think next week, we'll be talking about how to solve algebraically for this. But for now, you're just looking at the graph to see where it crosses the x-axis and the y-axis.